shizzle? What up, my nizzle? What up, what up, what up, what up? Welly, 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 well. Doe, what's good, though? It's your boy, rather grown-ass man, Ralph Anthony Garcia, also known as R4. Welcome to a new edition of Ralph Reads Raw. And we finally got it right, y'all. Yeah. Alright then. So things are a little more polished than the usual Raw aspect. But this is, make no mistake, Ralph Reads Raw. What's good, player? Says Kenny Heath Gregory. Salute to you. Thank you for stopping by. We will be reading Carlito's Way. And hope you stick around for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, before I begin, you know I got to do that thing, right? I got to say what's up to the people that keep this channel alive. Starting with Andre McNeil, Millicent Gage, Shelby Thomas, IDIHC, Marlo D, Alasia Ross, Trey Noel K, Ray Diamonds, Raw Diamonds Media, Brianna Blanchard, Darius Ledbetter, Tamika Lucy, Clay Deskin, Keshonda Riley, Drake up next, Karen, James Chopin, D'Antonio Lewis, Locoist, and also Lady Rain 808, salute to you, and Kalina. Next is Annika Evans, K. Marie Millingsley, JB, J Bobo, Goose Jack, Sherelle 5150, Gabriella Dickey, Corey Peterson, Nana James, Mr. T, Heaven's Keep, Clarence Hale, Keith Woods, Marvin Kuntz, BLE 007, Sharon Myers, Julia Fisher, Rio, Bomar Harris, Nia, C-Madge, Seike, Danielle Cunningham, D. Eagle Galloway, Lenasia Cornish, Supreme Goddess Nikki, Queen, Team Money, Dizzy, Damian Irving, Lost Roads, Sees All the Time, Tawiti, Tequila Green, Mr. Light, Deswan Manuel, The Fourth, Desmond Thomas, Dario Carrington, Marcus Valentine, Kyla Isla, and the Isla family, Michael Woodford, Ant 10, Calm, Tama, Mr. Fulltime, and the Ranters Union, John Logic and Friends. And now we begin. We begin for all my neighbors and friends. Another couple chapters from this fabulous book by Edwin Torres, Carlito's Way. Let's not waste any more time. Let the reading commence. Oh, damn. I'm bugging out. I ain't even turned this on yet, but hold on. Hey, skip that. Audio setup. Yeah, okay. Right away. Yo! Chapter 6. Viva España! Madrid, a class town. Right away, I liked it. Clean. Big boulevards. Everybody's a square. No angling. Almost everybody. Don Jorge Bentancur, Rocco's man, came by my hotel the first night I was in town. An older guy, European type cat, like a head waiter, very dignified, with a heavy theta sound I had to get used to. I never heard that kind of Spanish in the barrio. but we got to rapping pretty good. I told him this had to be wham bam thank you ma'am. I told him this had to be wham bam thank you ma'am because I had to get back to New York. We put on a terrific feed that night. Then we went bouncing around the tablo. Let me see. Okay. Then we went bouncing around the tablaos. Fantastic looking heads, gypsies. This might be fun. Second joint we hit, we run into Sixto. The joint was shaped like a cave, with a lot of gypsies singing and dancing. Don Jorge spotted him first. He is here, on the left near the stage. His man is with him. Sure enough, there was Sixto Davila yelling, "Ole tu madre!" with the best of them like a regular Gallego, jive Puerto Rican. We were cool. Didn't look his way. Sure enough, a bucket of champagne arrived. Compliments of El Señor in the corner. He came over. I threw my arms around him. "Sixto, my man, you look terrific. Put on some good weight. The hell you doing in Spain? I thought you was in the joint." "Nah, I've been moving around a lot, Carlito. I got bored of New York and PR. Figured I'd check the scene over here." Jorge said, "So you know Carlito well, Sixto? Well, Carlito, you are now better recommended. I have much affection for Sixto, a man of condiciones and respect. Perhaps we can be friends. I picked it up. "Don Jorge, Sixto will tell you that I'm a man of honor. And when I give my word, that is my life. No es así, Sixto. The man don't lie, Don Jorge. You can count on Carlito Brigante anytime. I back him up 100%. You stool pigeon motherfucker." Don Jorge went to rap with some people there, so I leaned over to Sixto. "Mi hermano, I won't forget this. You don't know what this means to me. I need this connection bad. A guy in the joint put me on to Don Jorge. He got to give me a break. This may be my last chance to make it after all those years I suffered in the can." I put on like my crying face, like uptight. Sixto bit good. "Don't worry, Carlito. The old dude is in my pocket. He will deal with you. What the hell are friends for? After all the shit we've been through together? How long since you been out of the street?" "Just a few days. Ain't had a chance to see nobody. Wanted to hook up with this man right away. I want nothing to do with the motherfuckers from before. They all let me down when I was in a joint. Fuck them. That's what I say, Carlito. Fuck them where they breathe." Well, all right. So me and Sixto got tight. Had to be. He was lonely for New York. So we partied for days. Me not acting too flush, so Sixto was thinking I was hungry for bread. After a couple of days, we sprung the trap. "Look, Sixto, while the old man's in a John, let me level with you fast. I ain't got no bread. I'm here to rip off this George faggot. I got a line on some big bucks he got stashed away, plus a me he's got on the border this weekend for 200 keys. Sixto, this is the maximum shot we ever gonna have. I need your help, boy. Coño, Carlito. Coño! We can't talk here. This old motherfucker got spies all over Madrid. Tomorrow, I'm driving out to Franco's tomb at Valle de los Caídos near Segovia. Train. I know where it is. Yeah, I'll meet you there at 3 p.m. and we could scheme in private. Cool it. Chill. Here he comes. Cool it. Here he comes. 3 p.m. Come alone and make sure you're not tailed. That morning, Vinny and his man Lucien showed up at my room. Lucien was a demolitions guy from North Africa. Knew his stuff. Okay, Vinny, I'll follow your car out to the tomb. I'll follow your car out to the tomb. We'll both park in the lot by 2 p.m. Make sure we're there first. He'll show early to check out the scene. Damn it. He'll show early to check out the scene. Wait. He'll show early just to check out the scene. He's a suspicious, jumpy motherfucker. I'll go out and put my arm around him. I'll take him up to the top of the cross, slap the bomb on his car, but give it a half hour. After I'm upstairs, 15 minutes, you and Lucien come up. He'll get suspicious right away, think it's a setup. He'll run. Give him 5 minutes to get down to his car. 10 minutes. He's driving down the mountain. Boom. Later for Sixto. Got the picture, Vin? Uh-huh. Some pair you are. Lucien can't talk English, and you're a goddamn mute. What's the talk, Carlito? We know the way out there, and we got the firecracker. You just point him out. One thing. What makes you so sure he'll run when he sees me and Lucien? You kidding? One look at your guinea puss? And this fucking Arab of yours? He'll bolt like a rabbit. I know my man. Next day, we drove out on schedule. Not 10 minutes after we pulled into the parking area, Sixto arrived. A beater is always on time. If a guy is right, he don't rush because he's sure. But a schemer can't afford no delay, so he's always on time. You don't read these things in no book. You just got to develop the vibes. Trouble is too many guys get wasted before they hip up. Shame on them. It was a cold fall day. Sun was shining. No one around hardly. Sixto, my man, you early. I like that. I can't stand these cats that ain't never on time. Let's go to the top together. We took the elevator up. Just me and Sixto. The elevator shaft cuts right through the heart of the mountain, clear up to the peak. There they built like a giant platform. And on top of this, a stone cross 450 feet high. They've cut men riding on animals out of stone at each of the four corners of the platform. But each figure may be 60 feet high. Cannot be believed what Spanish sweat had worked here. Forget about the pyramids. The Valley of the Fallen is the maximum. A hell of a monument of Spanish blood. I wonder if it covers the Spanish blood spilling in the hallways and alleys of Harlem. If it got room for the Latins ODing on the rooftops of the South Bronx. Something happened to my people since they came across the water. It's cold on top of that mountain, and the wind blows strong. If you look straight up at the cross with the clouds blowing over it, you get dizzy, like the cross is swaying and gonna fall on top of you. Not to be believed. Train. I love these trains. And pardon me for taking my glasses off, but for some reason, these words be playing tricks on me. They're so small, man. You need a magnifying glass. Okay. There's no one around, Carlito. Oh, yeah, Sixto. I wanted to get together with you on this business I told you about last night. But early this morning, some people got to me with a bad report about you. Some people got to me with a bad report about you. Now, I ain't saying I believe it, Sixto. You know me. I always like to give a man a chance to explain. Is this from the Wops, Carlito? Yeah, like you beat them. That money was coming to me. They was bumping me on the deal. They was humping me on the deal. You'd have done the same thing. Including me being a rat, Sixto? His eyes popped, so I knew he'd seen Vinny and Lucien. He was gone. We waited a while. Everything was real quiet, just the wind blowing up there like on the roof of the world. Boom! Later for Sixto. Before I left, Don Jorge came to me with, Carlito, I ain't been much impressed with your hombría. Perhaps we can work together directly. I mean, we are Latinos. Why need you work behind these people? Right away, I knew Mr. P.D. Amadeo was in the junk business. I recognized Amadeo's handwriting right away. Check, double check, triple check. Cross, double cross, triple cross. I knew Don Jorge was in bed with Amadeo, and the cornudo is Rocco. Amadeo's got Rocco taking all the weight what goes with being a dope pusher. Meanwhile, he's clean to all, including Rocco. All the time, Don Jorge got to report to Amadeo. Train. Honk. No, mil gracias, Don Jorge. But I could never go it alone, and I am grateful that they should give me this chance. Your loyalty is touching. I commend you for it. Adios. Adios. So Amadeo is looking for an excuse to have me washed. And first dollar, Rocco steals, and first dollar, Rocco steals, Don Jorge will rat him out, and Amadeo will have him. Amadeo can't cook up deals to make money like Rocco, and he ain't read no books, but he's a crafty motherfucker. That's why he's been attending other people's funerals since the 30s. These fucking wops, they ain't satisfied with loading the dice. They got to stick you. They got to stick you up after the game, too. I'm over my head. I'm getting out. I'm gonna tell Rocco as soon as I get back. What's good, big boss, says Max Vision Films. Salute to you. Thank you for stopping by. All right, y'all, moving right along. Chapter 7. I got back to New York. But I ain't say nothing to Rocco about Don Jorge or Amadeo. In the lift, a man cannot be involved with words like who said what about who. For sure, you'll be in the middle. In other words, you can rat out a ratter, but you can't rat out a double crosser. Some fucking business. I started partying like crazy again. Damn it. I started partying like crazy again. Train. You gotta be kidding me. Rivas, el comandante, had run into a crew of teenage bull dykes, so we was renting hotel suites, feeding the dykes coke, and watching the show. That Rivas was a stone degenerate, but he sure could dig up some freaky broads. About this time, Reggie started hanging out with me. Earl told me, I want my bro out them goddamn dungarees. I told him how you gonna command respect, looking like a reject from the janitors union. I told him he got to move around, not just in Harlem, get to deal all around. We're black and proud of it, but that don't mean we got to beat our chest all the time. It ain't cool. And it sounds like you don't believe in yourself. I told him that I am leaving for good, and if he wants to be the main man, he got to clean himself up. And if he don't, then I'm gonna pass him up. And if he don't, then I'm gonna pass him up for somebody like Carlito. Thanks a million, Earl. You got some sense of humor. I don't get out much anymore, Carlito. I don't get out much anymore, Carlito. I've been busy getting everything together. You on the street all the time, take Reginald under your wing once in a while. Show him the Latin action, like that. If you're gonna be a boss, he got to get rounded out, you dig? I dig. Reggie. Fucking pain in the ass. He was a good-looking cat, so we'd have a good time in my discotheque. A lot of the fake chicks would go for his revolutionary bullshit. And if that was the program I'd come on with, right on and off the pig. Good as Reggie. Shit. Anyway, I get that pussy is all right with me. Shit. Anyway, I get that pussy is all right with me. But then the dude started to lay heavy on me, like Guy me pesao. Wait, train. But then the dude started to lay heavy on me, like I me pesao. Reggie come on with, you and my brother Earl are two of a kind. Social parasites with no awareness of the of the revolutionary changes taking place around you. The third world is on the march, and you guys are going around hurting and hustling your own people. You and Earl are obsolete. There will be no hustlers in the new world. If you don't join the ranks of the oppressed, then you'll have to put up against the wall. Then you'll be put up against the wall with the rest of them. You have no education, but that's no longer an excuse. Always throwing that education shit in my face. You're full of shit, Reggie. You're full of shit, Reggie. Oh, press my ass. You've been sucking Earl's titty all your life. He's the one that put you through school, had you driving cars since you were 16, dressed you sharp as a pimp, took care of business. Now you're putting them down. I know what's got to your head. I know what's got your head bad. I ain't so stupid. I know about Fannin and the Battle of Algiers and all that shit. I got the word from a brother in the joint. You're gonna kick over the man by shooting a few cops in the head? You crazy. That's what they're gonna bury you. You're crazy. That's what. They're gonna bury you so fucking quick and nobody even know you was a hero. What the fuck you care about the oppressed? Take care of business. Look out for number one. One way or the other, there'll always be hustlers. Earl should have told you about your crazy brother, but I kept my mouth shut like usual and carried this cross around. One night, me and Reggie closed up my joint and then went over to this after-hours joint downtown Manhattan. Nearly all greaseballs that night. I was stoned. Otherwise, I'd have never gone there with this fucking Reggie. We were sitting at the table where we get a round of drinks from a table with around 8 wise guys. Valerio Mitri, a made guy, underboss to Rocco's uncle, Dominic Acosa, and company. Reggie says real loud, "We don't want no fucking drinks! Take them back!" "We don't want no fucking drinks! Take them back!" Before I could say anything, Val Mitri came over. "I know you don't know me, but I know your brother Earl. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about my brother Earl. As far as I'm concerned, he's a fucking Uncle Tom." Val looked at me. I was stoned. What could I say? I smiled. This Reggie motherfucker is gonna get me killed. Val went back and sat down at his table. Right away, the joint is cleared out. My head was fogged, but I knew I had to do something. I stumbled over to Val's table. "Val, the kid don't mean no harm. He's high." Val's main gorilla, Buck, said, "We ain't mad, Carlito. These things happen." He stuck his hand out. Like a chump, I put my hand out. I was in a vice, couldn't move. Another gorilla grabbed me around the neck. I couldn't budge. But behind me, I could hear feet like thrashing on the floor, and I heard Reggie in the croak. "Carlito! Carlito!" "Carlito! Carlito!" I screamed. Val Mitri! Earl Bessie was breaking bed with Coco's a few days ago. You know how much Rocco thinks of Earl. You know you have to kill me too. What are you going to say at the sit-down? That you killed his brother because he refused to drink? Think, Val. You ain't crazy. Think! I got to him. He said, "Basta." I heard puking. I knew it was Reggie. Jesus, his tongue must be strung out like a necktie. Get the shine out of here, Carlito. Get the shine out of here, Carlito. Buck ain't put hands on him yet. Buck, Buccia, was a psycho. Killed people with his bare hands, bit off noses. He weighed like 300 pounds, but could jump over a bar like a fucking Doberman. I'd seen him in the East Harlem days. I was sobering up fast. Val, you're doing the right thing. I'll get him out. Reggie was out. He had puke all over him. I dragged and carried him down the stairs. When I got him to the street, he come to, and what does he say? Get your fucking hands off me! I can walk! You do just that, Reggie. Take a fucking walk. You and me is parting ways. He took off. I stood by the doorway of the joint, trying to clear my head in the night air. Val came down with his crew. All of a sudden, Reggie came tearing around the corner in his car. He braked in front of the joint and started yelling. Fuck all you guinea motherfuckers! And fuck you too, Carlito! You spit cocksucker! Then he was gone. I couldn't talk. Val said, you see, Carlito, we give him a break. Now we got trouble on account of you sticking up for him. You see? Train. I didn't see Earl for a while after that. I didn't want to hassle with him over Reggie. I didn't want to tell him that Reggie had a, complex about him. I had Reggie figured. Earl is a man, a boss, uptown or downtown. Well, where Reggie is a shit ass, and he fucking knows it. Reggie don't want to be Earl's bro. He wants to be a big shot. Dig me standing on my own 2 feet. Yeah, but you got athlete's feet. Dig me standing on my own 2 feet. Yeah, but you got athlete's feet, bro. He's gonna do something crazy, then jump into his grave. But let's not be in the hole with him. Earl. When he pulls the zipper up over himself. Earl called me. We met at Frank's restaurant on 125th Street. He looked great. We rapped about old times. Then he told me. Rocco gave me the word what Reggie did downtown. I know you went all the way for him, Carlito, even though he don't deserve it. He's your brother, Earl. I sent him back home. Him and his 2 punks. He can't cut it. The slot is too big for him. He gags on it. The power is too much for him. I knew it in front, but he's my bro, and I was hoping. Now I got to worry about these niggas robbing me when I ain't around. Reggie would have robbed you, Earl. I know that. I figured Lloyd is the man to run anything. What you think? That's the man. Good business mind and bad on the street. But he's a gentleman moving around people. I dug him. He got style. Good spender. Rap with anybody. That's your man. What about you, Carlito? Me? Shit, you crazy. You crazy, Earl. I can't deal with them digits every day. Bad numbers, runners robbing you, all that bookkeeping every day, I'd go fucking crazy. Trading. 1 second. This is Ralph Reed's Raw. After all, y'all. I'd go fucking crazy. Nah, that ain't my stick. Well, how about fronting for me? Lloyd can do the figures. That time is long gone, Earl. I have to kill me a spook every day. Look, around you right here, some brother will be back. Look, around you right here, some brother will be bad-eyeing me. No good. You and me come up a different time. These guys today don't want to hear that shit, and I don't blame them. But Lloyd got to know that I'm with him 100%. When they come to lean on him, and you know they got to try, he won't have to look around. I'll be there. I know that, Chaz. I also know you boys will be making your twice yearly soon. Hip hop turkey, Uncle Sam wants you. And you gonna train in Atlanta, say 20 years. How you sound, colored boy? I ain't jiving, Carlito. The handwriting's on the toilet wall. They ain't gonna let you out. Train. Are you blind? These dudes is putting people on the moon. Do you think they can't put the junk boys out of business? Where is your mental? You know me, Earl. Clean. Clean, baby. Clean. You always was a crazy Puerto Rican. I'm splitting for good soon. You know where to reach. You know where to reach me in St. Croix. If you ever need a job reference or something, that's where I'm at. Now get out my face. And Earl was gone, and with a bundle. Was it possible for a hustler to make it and not pay his dues? I mean, I heard about dudes running big joints like hotels and class restaurants in Miami and Vegas who made their bread racketeering. But I never knew one close up. But here was Earl, scuffling alongside me for 20 years. Did time, been stabbed, been shot, come through all that, and come out the other side with big bucks and retire clean. Unreal. Maybe that's the ticket for me too. Who you jiving? Shit, can't even be out of New York 2 weeks. I go crazy. Some people get down on something, they want to go to the mountains or the woods. Not me. I jump in my short up the highway to 96th Street, then I cut through Harlem. Junkies, whores, noise, fighting, garbage, fire escapes. That's me. That's reality. That's how I charge up again, clear my head, dig myself. You ain't going nowhere, Carlito. You got people depending on you to live, people looking up to you. And like when you walk into a joint, no noise, cool, but everybody knows you're there. Carlito, un bravo. Right. Right now, that's all there is. I don't understand living in the future, like Earl, doing this to get ready for that. Who knows what's waiting on the corner? Could be a neck, could be an elephant gonna step on your back or a bullet up your ass. Stay loose, Carlito. I don't put nothing in writing, and the phone company has put more people in jail than cops. So I figured I'd so I figured I'd heard the last of Earl. Lloyd Simpkins was a serious cat. Lloyd Simpkins was a serious cat. I knew he could keep the thing. I knew he could keep the thing together for Earl. Then Rocco sent for me. Then Rocco sent for me. We met at a joint near LaGuardia. We met at a joint near LaGuardia. First he gave me the good news, told me to get ready. That some big shipment was coming in and Vinny would be around to see me. Then he gave me the bad news. Something very bad is happening, Charles. Someone put the snatch on Petey. Someone put the snatch on Petey. Someone put the snatch on Petey Amadeo's kid, Paul. They had him for 2 days. The old man put up 100,000 to get him back. Put up 100,000 to get him back. What? That's not the half of it. There were spades. Amadeo is a bug by nature, but now he's going around biting himself. He brought in some old Sicilian who was supposed to keep a guy alive on a meat hook for days, and he sent for Nacho Reyes to come up from Miami. He doesn't want anyone to know. Damn it, fucking train. He doesn't want anyone to know. He wants to grab everybody at the same time. He's got a line on the guys, Rocco? Yeah, the way I hear it, Charles. Yeah, the way I hear it. And I'm not supposed to know anything about this, Charles. But you're involved. Unbelievable. But you're involved, and I don't want you or Earl hurt. What the hell are you talking about, Rocco? Mr. A figures it. Mr. A figures like this. His kid was snatched in front of his house. He just moved in. The only people that knew this were the people at my kid's christening. Now who was there? All wops except 2 spades and you. So he had Reggie checked out, and Reggie fits right in with his 2 boys from Philly, Alfonso Lee. Another train comes by. Incredible. It was quieter earlier. So he had Reggie checked out, and Reggie fits right in with his 2 boys from Philly, Alfonso Lee and a guy called Shad. Well, that's his 3 right there. You don't know his mind, Charles. He figures Earl he figures Earl masterminded the whole scheme, and since you're his boy, you're in on it too. And if you're not, then you go anyway, so you won't get mad about Earl being taken out. Jesus Christ. He's gonna sweep all the pieces off the board. Hold the fucking phone. Rocco, what the fuck are we gonna do? This Reggie and his two punks have to be buried. Then we have a round table on you and Earl. Your uncle can do it, Rocco. Your uncle can do it, Rocco. My uncle can do it, My uncle can do it, Charles. The question is, will he let us off the hook? Besides, my uncle's a very sick man. Us, Rocco. Yes, I'm in the jackpot. Us, Rocco? Yes, I'm in the jackpot too. Amadeo hates my guts for many reasons. I've come up with a ready-made book in my uncle. I've tried to use some finesse in my brains. I try to open up for the new groups, the Latins and the blacks. Amadeo can't see this. He's a terrorist. With him, it's kill and kill and kill again. His solution to everything is a hit. So this beef about this kid being snatched? So this beef about his kid getting snatched? When all are dead and buried, he's going to blame the whole mess on me. I'm the one who opened up to the spics and niggas. I'm the one who was breaking with tradition. I'll be hit. That motherfucker. Let's whack him out first. Damn, Rocco. I want to see him bleed. Then we can check out. Use your head, Carlos. For once, think with your head instead of your balls. Where would I go? Where would I hide? Some banana republic? I rot it out right here, and if not, so be it. Yeah, guess you're right, Rocco. Only the Cubans can run away. One place is as good as another. One place is as good as another to them. But if a PR jumps bail in Brooklyn, he runs away to the Bronx. And if a WAP is deported, he goes crazy. There's nothing shaking outside of USA. You right. This is the way we'll deal. You will get Nacho and his crew right away. You will con him that you got a good line on Reggie and that you're expecting word any minute. That'll keep him off your neck for a while. After Reggie is iced, Nacho will double back for you. Nacho will double back for you. But you'll be ready. By that time, my uncle can step in. And that's the way we dealt the hand. I collected all of my boys, including some who was like retired. Got all the hardware together and called for a meet with Nacho. He showed up in Harlem with 2 carloads of crazy Cubans, most of them dead now. They had pistols, sort of shotguns, and even hand grenades. All veterans from the Cuban shootouts. These kids didn't give a shit about nothing. But my boys was all bad gangbusters too. There was no cause to rumble. I wanted to show Nacho I was taking them from muscle. Then I jive him Cuban style. Mi hermano, mi palna Nacho. We must work together. We are after 3 niches too. I know you're ready to do up Harlem and Bedford-Stuyvesant to find them, but they ain't into nothing. You can blow up all the black after-hours joints and you ain't gonna find them. You don't know what Reggie looks like. Your pistoleros don't even speak English. Ten calma, Nacho. I'm around with the chivas. Then we grab all three. Como te cae, eh? You get first crack since you're the echa palao. Since you're the echao palante. He dug it. Then I got to Lloyd. What the fuck I care if Reggie ripped off a couple wops, Carlito? Ain't no skin on my ass. I'm gonna tell you one time, Lloyd, and you will believe me. The wops say me and Earl put Reggie up to snatch. The wops say me and Earl put Reggie up to snatch. The wops say me and Earl put Reggie up to the snatch. You're gonna say Earl ain't here. But when Earl hears they're gonna kill his brother, he's gonna be here. And it's gonna be a bad motherfucker. Won't be no tending to business. You and your boys gonna have to be in the war. And when the dust settles, maybe Earl won't want to leave again. And you got to get out of that chair you're so comfortable in. And over who? Reggie? I know you piss on his grave in a minute, Lloyd. Train. Oh, come on, Siren, damn it. That shit gotta be in the whole neighborhood. That's what I just can't stand about this shit. Look at me. Don't I look miserable? Fuck, man. And then here comes another train. I know you piss on this grave in a minute, Lloyd. You gonna bleed over that motherfucker Reggie? You better give him up, Lloyd. He is a dead ass. Don't let's get weighted down with him. And what about me, Lloyd? When they come for me, you know I gotta tell them where Earl is. When they come for me, you know I gotta tell them where Earl is. They got a guy put you on a meat hook for days. You think they ain't gonna go down there and get Earl? There's only one way, Lloyd. There's only one way, Lloyd. And that's me coming up with Reggie in front. That'll show him that me and Earl was clean. That'll show him that me and Earl was clean. That Reggie is an outlaw. You can find Reggie, Lloyd. You the only one that could do this damn thing. What is Earl gonna say when he finds out I gave up his brother? He's not gonna find out, Lloyd. No way. Nacho's got the contract. Since when you dealing with the Cubans? You think I want Earl to know I put Reggie in the soup? You coming on too strong, Carlito. I need time to think. I'm thinking maybe you see both Reggie and Earl getting wasted behind this thing and you walk away with all the fig Newtons. If that's what you're thinking, Lloyd, if that's what you're thinking, Lloyd, I'll blow your motherfucking head off right here. Don't fuck with me, Lloyd. Don't fuck with me, Lloyd. My balls is in the ringer, and you're turning the handle. I'll see what I can do. Do it, brother. Alfonso and Shad were grabbed in Newark. Nacho and his boys delivered them to Amadeo on Long Island. Nacho told me this old Italian guy hugged him on meat hooks in the walk-in freezer. Nacho said it was the worst scene he'd ever. From Nacho, I believe it. Lloyd found out where these were for me, and I gave them to Nacho. But Lee and Shad didn't know where Reggie was. Lloyd couldn't come up with Reggie, and Reggie had the money, all of it. A week went by, no Reggie. The Cubans were running around the clock. That Saturday morning, I was closing up my disco joint when I heard Nacho and two of his goons, Camagüey and Paniagua. I was bullshitting Nacho about how I was expecting word on Reggie any day now, when in came a kid, ran errands for me. Squeaky. Train. Carlito, I just left the village gate with my girl. I saw him walking down the Houston Street, going in the building in the corner with some blonde chick. Why didn't you stay there and call up? You always say never to talk on the phone, Carlito. Nacho, who ain't supposed to understand English, said, El negro, huh? Vamos! I didn't go for moving with these three cubiches alone, but I had no choice. I didn't go for moving with these three cubiches alone, but I had no choice. We barreled ass down to that corner, parked, and waited. Everybody was packing. Nacho even had a silencer on his piece. We stood until daybreak. Then this blonde came out of the corner building. I jumped out of the car, waving my wallet like I had a shield. Young lady, I'm Detective Velez. I'm Detective Velez from the Safe and Loft Squad. We have that second floor under surveillance where you stopped by my uniform man. No, sir. I came down from the third floor. I didn't see anyone. Okay, miss. I'm sorry. You better hurry along. This is not a very nice neighborhood. I got back in the car. He's on the third floor. I'm sure that broad was with him. We waited until she was out of sight. Then we piled out. In the hallway, Nacho started giving orders. Camagüey, you cover the entrance to the building. Paniagua, you keep going up to the roof. Carlito, you and I will be hitting the apartments. Me and Nacho got to the third floor, which was the top floor. The front pad was quiet, so we eased to the back apartment. Voices. I put my head down on the floor by the door. Reggie. The door was an old plank with a snap lock. I knew the kind from my B&E days. We hit the door together. Wham! She come off right off the hinges. Reggie and Earl. They were sitting on the couch, one bulb overhead, a real shanky crash pad. Freeze, motherfuckers! Me and Nacho was both crouched like shooters no sooner than we hit that door. Carlito, don't let him kill us, Earl yelled, his eyes on Nacho. Aguarda, Nacho, I called Nacho. You're supposed to deliver him alive. Earl said, let me explain. Too late, Earl. Lights out. You cooked up the snatch. And of all people, Amadeo's kid, knowing that you was leaving me and Rocco holding the bag. You knew these wops would cut us into little pieces. Reggie's a crazy nigga, but you was always my man. How can you chap us like this, huh? How can you chap us up like this, huh? You done fucked with my dignity down. So kill me right here, or hear me out. Cop your plea, Earl. Aguarda, Nacho. I ain't copping no plea, motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you where it's at. The kid did it by himself with... One second. The kid did it by himself with his two punks. I knew nothing from nothing. You're gonna put me in a class with these crazy kids? Think, Carlito. Is that me? Is that my style? You think I'm out of my fucking mind? I've been to St. Croix. Reginald finally got to me yesterday. I flew in last night. Look at the flight ticket in my pocket. ¿Qué pasa, Carlito? ¿Qué pasa? Nacho was getting annoyed. Espera, Nacho. Earl, you my brother. The only one I ever had. I want to believe you, but Reggie got to go. Earl, they was going to put me on a meat hook. Reggie was sweating bullets. You, a fuck up. But you, my kid brother. You know you got to take me too, Carlito. Make your move. I'll understand. Earl, tell me what to do. You always tell me what I gotta do. I was uptight. You got to off this dude alongside you, and then we all split to the islands. No good, Earl. They're outside too. Then Reggie rolled the dice. He jumped and grabbed under a pillow off the couch. Under a pillow off the couch. He got to pull the piece out. He took two in the back of the head, splashing red right up in the air. Earl came straight for Nacho like a crazy man, screaming, "My brother! My brother!" Nacho smoked again. Earl stumbled in his tracks, then went down on his face right at her feet. Nacho pointed his piece at Earl's head. Then, without even knowing why, I put my pistol to Nacho's temple. You know, I will blow the fucking top of your brains out, Nacho. Es un mollete. Es mi hermano, Nacho. I own too much. Estás loco, Carlito? I take my chances. You leave now. There's been noise here. Take the car and beat it before the bulls get here. Take Paniagua and Camagüey. Los Italianos. You contracted for 3. You delivered 3. Case closed. If they find out about Earl being here today, that's my worry. They all look alike to you. Why should you and I kill each other over these fucking Italianos? Let me do it my way. Paniagua and Camagüey appeared at the door. They said, "Nacho, people opening doors. The camarones will be here any minute. Vamos a echar un pie." Nacho picked up his shells from the floor. "Vamos andando," he said. As he got to the door, he turned, smiling at me. "I could kill you right now, but I don't choose to. Your loyalty, Your loyalty to your friend is a rare thing in this business. I'm impressed, but it will get you killed. At your funeral, I will say he was a loyal friend, crazy, but loyal. Adios, Carlito. Shit. Adios, Carlito. Adios, Carlito. Adios, Nacho. Train. And they split. I got Earl to Beekman Hospital in a taxi. He was hit in the stomach and in bad pain, but he can hear me. Give me your wallet, Earl. Give me your wallet, Earl. Don't have no identification on you. Tell him your name is Johnson, Earl Johnson. I'll keep tabs on you. That way, while you're in the hospital, nobody will know you're in New York. Then you can hop on a plane home. My brother Carlito. Forget about him, Earl. He's gone. He was bad news from the get-go. Everybody told you. And he had a bad attitude for you. He was gritty, but he was greedy. And he'd have gotten us all killed. And he'd have got us all killed. And he'd have got us all killed. You did more than enough for him. Market paid. You got your family to think about. I carried him to the door of the emergency entrance. This far as I go, Earl. There may be cops in there. I don't want no static now. You was drinking. You ended up in the village. You was mugged. Had your wallet taken. You put up a fight and got shot. Got it? Got it. Thanks, old buddy. I have a broad down here to visit you. Whatever you need. Catch you later. Never seen neither of them cats again. Earl made it back to St. Croix and got out of all the shit. You entitled, Earl. Nacho finally ran out of luck. He got whacked out in Miami. Nacho was in a joint, coked to the gills. This young kid, who Nacho hardly knew, came in complaining to Nacho that his girl had been abused. Nacho went out to the parking lot, and these thugs shot him in the head. Didn't even know who he was and didn't care. Jesus, Nacho Reyes. Unbelievable. All right. I'm going to wrap it up here. Folks, you know that was raw, right? Pretty soon I'll come up with a stylized version of this. In the meantime, hit me up on www.solo.to/RGMC2407 and hit me up, man. You know, hit me on my DM, you know, whatever. And let's talk, right? Or check me out on Bounce. That's the joint on Spotify. Go check that out. Just look for The Art of Bounce, and that's where you'll see me. Tune into that. And of course, Ralph Reads Raw, 100 or so episodes. That is what that is. Let me see here. How to type up Carlito's Way. Carlito's Way 5. That's the 5th iteration. That's just a 5th Ralph Reads for the story. And there will be more. So, with those things being said, fellow sexy people, stay tuned to this channel right here, the United Ronin Networks. Thank you for being very kind and coming through when y'all could have been doing all kinds of other things. And I'm grateful. So, with that being said, stay sexy. It becomes you. And I will see you on the next edition of Ralph Reads Raw. Peace.